brought this judgment upon themselves.
They are just lost. It is our place to guide. I've watched you kill each other over race and greed. Wage war over dust and rubble and the words in old books. And yet, in the midst of all this darkness, I see some people who will not be bound.
I don't even believe in God.
Well, that's just fine, Bob. He doesn't believe in you either.
Let me shine a little light.
Sun Tzu on the art of war. The oldest military treatise in the world. So I'm going to read probably the first chapter or two. I'll go by chapters because I know people don't like to sit too much, too long. And this in particular PDF I downloaded has 66 pages, and it only goes, let me show you, to the art. It only goes to the use of spies, page 66, 59. So the other one I downloaded has over 1,000 pages with way more chapters. So I'm going to start off because I like the way this one's put together. I read the first 3 chapters of the other one, and I did a video on it, and I didn't like it because it has all these extra quotes, like stuff that probably isn't in the true book. This seems like it's the true book, so we're going to use this one for now. And these are the chapters, and if people want me to keep going when I get to the use of spies and I finish that, I'll keep going. So let's begin. Sun Tzu on the art of war. Chapter 1, laying plans. 1. Sun Tzu said, the art of war is of vital importance to the state. 2. It is a matter of life and death, a road to either safety or to ruin. Hence, it is a subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected. 3. The art of war, then, is governed by 5 constant factors to be taken into account in one's deliberations when seeking to determine the conditions obtaining in the field. 4. These are 1. The moral law, 2. Heaven, 3. Earth, 4. The commander, 5. Method and discipline. 5 and 6. The moral law causes the people to be in complete accord with their ruler, so that they will follow him regardless of their lives, undismayed by any danger. And 7. Heaven signifies night and day, cold and heat, time and seasons. 8. Earth comprises distances, great and small, danger and security, open ground and narrow passes, the chances of life and death. 9. The commander stands for the virtue of wisdom, sincerity, benevolence, courage, and strictness. 10. By method and discipline are to be understood the marshalling of the army in its proper subdivisions, the graduations of rank among officers, the maintenance of roads by which supplies may reach the army, and the control of military expenditure. 11. These 5 heads should be familiar to every general. He who knows them will be victorious. He who knows them not will fail. 12. Therefore, in your deliberations, When seeking to determine the military conditions, let them be made the basis of a comparison in this wise blank. 13. 1. Which of the two sovereigns is imbued with the moral law? 2. Which of the two generals has most ability? 3. With whom lie the advantages derived from heaven and earth? 4. On which side is discipline most rigorously enforced? And 5. Which army is stronger? Those are things you must think. 6. On which side are officers and men more highly trained? 7. In which army is there the greater consistency both in reward and punishment? So, number 14 now. By means of these 7 considerations, I can forecast victory or defeat. That's very interesting. That's almost like doing your pros and cons, but in a military sense or a war sense. Playing chess. A lot of different sayings you could use for that. But you should always think ahead and always have backup plans for every plan. 15. The general that hearkens to my counsel and acts upon it will conquer. Let such a one be retained in command. The general that hearkens not to my counsel nor acts upon it will suffer defeat. Let such a one be dismissed. While heading the profit of my counsel, avail yourself also of any helpful circumstances over and beyond the ordinary rules. According as circumstances are favorable, one should modify one's plans. 18. All warfare is based on deception. 19. Hence, when able to attack, we must seem unable when using our forces. We must seem inactive when we are near. We must make the enemy believe we are far away. Hold on. We must seem inactive when we are near. Oh, okay, let me start over. Hence, when able to attack, we must seem unable to attack. When using our forces, we must seem inactive. When we are near, we must make the enemy believe we are far away. When far away, we must make him believe we are near. So always do the opposite. Hold out baits to entice the enemy. Feign disorder and crush him. They're having fireworks outside. 21. If he is secure at all points, be prepared for him. If he is in superior strength, evade him. 22. If your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him. Pretend to be weak, that he may grow arrogant. 23. If he is taking his ease, give him no rest. If his forces are united, separate them. Sort of like what they're doing to our country. We were at some point mostly united. Now we're so divided. Divide and conquer tactics in Sun Tzu. 24. Attack him where he is unprepared. Appear where you are not expected. 25. These military devices leading to victory must not be divulged beforehand. 26. Now the general who wins a battle makes many calculations in his temple before the battle is fought. The general who loses a battle makes but few calculations beforehand. Thus do many calculations lead to victory, and few calculations to defeat. How much more no calculations at all? It is by attention to this point that I can foresee who is likely to win or who's likely to lose. So I'm going to end it here to let people maybe go back and kind of like, if people want me to read each one and talk about it, or should I just keep reading it the way I am and you guys can go back and kind of look at each. They're almost like quotes to me because you could break down each one, but they're interesting, and that's what I kind of want people to do. I always say, man, it's always best to research yourself, break things down yourself. I mean, listen to what people say, but it's always better to do it yourself because you get so much more out of it. It's sort of like, I'm going to say real quick, it's sort of like a difference between reading about Walnut Hill Park or actually going to Walnut Hill Park and being there yourself. It's two different things, reading it and being there.
And listening. I would be
But
dropping
anyway,
part 2
thanks for
today.
watching,
Peace.
everyone, and